Okay, man, so this is the Akai GX 220D. There is a particularly unique overdrive that you get from messing with the equalizer here and the tape speed. The tape speeds, you have 7.5 IPS, 3 3/4 IPS, 1 7/8 IPS. So it's fastest to slowest. The faster the tape spins, the more fidelity you get. Now there's an EQ over here that is supposed to match each of those speeds. So it's a 7.5 EQ, 3 3/4 EQ, 1 7/8 EQ. You're supposed to switch that as you switch the tape speeds, right? Now, what I did with a lot of my packs in the early days before this machine hit the bed, I would mess with the EQ down here that didn't match the tape speeds, because what the EQ is supposed to do is compensate for the level of fidelity at a lower tape speed. So 3 3/4 tape speed, you get less fidelity. So the 3 3/4 equalizer is supposed to push more of the high end out. But what I like doing is putting the tape speed all the way high up, leaving the EQ on 3 3/4, because you're forcing out a bunch of high end from the tape. It's all technical shit. Let's get some tape going. I'm gonna get it under here. So here's a drum break from the One Mic Volume 2 pack, recorded with that kit back there, pre-flood and studio rebuild though. Sounds good, it really does. Let's take it up a notch. Let's run it through the Akai GX 220D. Bombs away. Brother. So I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, it's louder. Of course it sounds better. Technically, yes. Check this out. Let's just see on the decibel meter where the drum break registers without being run through the tape machine. All right, here we go. So in those 3 bars, the highest it got was minus 0.5 dB. That's kind of Icarus flying close to the sun, right? I did engineer the break that way to stay under 0 dB, but with the tape machine, we can get it louder, and this is where perceived loudness comes into play. Even though it sounds louder, check out where the decibel meter registers when we play it through the tape machine. Remember that minus 0.5 decibels without it. So in that same 3-bar section of the drum break through the tape machine, the decibel meter only came through at -4. That's damn near a whole 3 decibels lower, even though we get that perceived loudness. Now that we know where it's registering without the tape machine and with the tape machine, just use your ears. Check this out. Perceived loudness. Since we know without the tape it was coming through at minus 0.5, let's try and get it with the tape to come up to minus 0.05. Now, remember when I talked about using that EQ? This tape machine still has one more trick up its sleeve. We're on 7.5 tape speed, so we're getting the most fidelity that this tape machine can produce. The EQ is on 3 3/4, so we're forcing out a little bit more high end from it. If I want to go for the ultimate grit, I put the EQ on 1 7/8. So I'm going to do that in the middle of the drum break, and you'll hear how it sounds. The way that interacts with snares and hi-hats especially, my goodness, man, without the tape machine. My name is AJ Hall, and I make drum break samples for producers.